commentator. Joining us now in an exclusive interview is Steve Schwarzman, Chairman, CEO and co-founder of the Blackstone Group, author, of course, of What It Takes, Lessons in the Pursuit of Excellence, which is just out. Steve, so good to see you. Thanks for joining us.
I was glad to be here.
This book is full of so many of the great examples, not just, as you say, in the pursuit of excellence and success, but examples of deals that have led to much greater good following the investments you've made. Does it annoy you when you get criticized in an industry? And do you think from a comms perspective, the private equity industry has perhaps failed to highlight successfully the good it has done in the last 20, 30 years?
Well, I think it's hard to highlight it when you have the political environment by a limited number of people grabbing that megaphone. And it's impossible for any private person to deal with that on an equal basis. What I would say is that a lot of that that you've just heard is not supported by reality. The concept of the legislation that was introduced about looting really is inconsistent with what we do. What we do is we buy assets, say we buy a company, and we make them better. Why do we make that company better? Because that's how you can sell it to someone else for more. Mm-hmm. If indeed the entire industry was premised on looting and ruining companies, no one would give us any money to manage, because at the end of that sequence, you'd be selling these assets for less than you bought them. So no one would ever fund you. As it works out, over the last 30 years, there's been enormous growth, and companies like ourselves end up having companies that we own that grow faster than the S&P, so we can sell them for much more. So as it works, Wilfred, we end up earning about double the S&P, and the people who benefit are all the retired people who give us money. So ironically, we're trying to help society. We are doing it. And for whatever the reasons, a narrow group of people have decided that this would be an interesting target.